Oh, far we
In
forgot.
the center.
Alright, so ready now.
What's up, guys?
Tell about the healer. Greater is the one within and call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's the video that we promised. It's the Q&A about the H2b work program. So we're just gonna get into it. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, and share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Say, what have the good video them? Period.
Yeah, what she said. Alright, so we come up with a few questions where we think may just sum up the process. So I'm going to be answering most of them because this was my idea. But anyways, moving on. Some of them she knows, some of them you know. Alright, so the first question, what is the H2B program? So the H2B program is basically a work program. So unlike J1 where we have to pay for what we have to pay for program registration fee. It is completely free. You have agricultural and non-agricultural. Agricultural is farm work, so they go and chop bush, and then non-agricultural is where you do like housekeeping, server, lifeguarding, chef, cook, all of that fun stuff. So basically, yeah, so non-agricultural and cultural. It is completely free. You should not pay anything, no program fee, no nothing. Everything is covered by your employer. They are seeking workers, so they are required to cover the expenses of the workers. So your plane tickets, visa fee, all of that is covered by them. It is free. Also, sometimes the employer may ask you to pay for it yourself, and then when you come, they will reimburse you.
Pay for what exactly?
Pay for your plane ticket, your visa fee, and all of that. They may ask you to pay for it, and then they reimburse you. Oftentimes, well, for what I have been told or research, they often give you more than the amount that you spend, but yeah, it's free. So that's the program, really.
That's what H2b is.
Yes. So you come and you work for 6 months, 8 months, sometimes a year, depending on how long your employer wants you. You can also get extension on your visa, so you can be here working for 6 months and get another job,
For another
which
6 months.
yeah, for another 6 months. You can be here up to 3 years working. Yeah, so it's a great program to be on. And once you're on it, you go every year basically. Once you're on it, you're guaranteed to go again and again and again.
Unless you breach the contract,
Yeah.
so they're not take you back. But for the most part, they want the same workers over and over.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. Also, to add, you have two seasons, winter and summer season. Depending on your employer, they may want both winter workers and summer workers. It just depends on the employer. We are here for the summer program. Fingers crossed, maybe winter, maybe I don't know. So summer is normally from April to October, and then for winter it's normally October to like April, March, 6 months. So 6 months summer, 6 months winter. 8 months they're here for the entire year. So that's just how it is. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers the entirety of what it is. The next question I have is, how did I find out about the H2B program? We are both working as teachers.
High school.
I went through a period where I came back from J1 in October. Well, not October, September. And I started working as a teacher in October. Honestly, I had passion, I had drive, I wanted to do it. but there was so much challenges that came with being a teacher that I just felt like I didn't want to do it anymore. And then there was a point in teaching where we had the
This
whole
year.
strike and everything, and then we weren't getting paid. I worked for 6 months and I did not get paid. I worked from October to March and did not get paid. I was there 6 months not getting paid, using my savings and everything, and I'm like, this honestly don't really make any sense right now. My student loan for pay for soon and everything, and I took 4 years of student loan. So you know that though. I really January was really the time when I just thought, what else could I do? And I got a call from my stepmother. She reminded me about the program because I was looking into it while I was on J1. So I called a few places. They were giving me like the runaround. So January is when I really started looking into it. I watched a channel,
Inspired by Tej or something.
yeah, inspired by TJ. She can tag it down below in
Big up
the
yourself, girl. Whenever
FFL.
feel you know that.
Yeah, I watched all her videos and I learned. My partner actually introduced me to her videos, and I learned a lot. She showed you like step by step how to apply. And once I got my resume together, I started applying. I started sending out resumes. It is not for the weak. It is not an easy program to go on. Let me say that.
Especially if you're doing it by yourself,
Yeah.
because sometimes Jamaican agencies only want like people them know. So if you're
Yeah.
not them don't know you, them not tell you about it. I will call a couple of agencies in Jamaica and them say, oh, the space full when space never full, them just don't know so
Yeah.
them not good opportunity. So we had to do it. Well, she did everything herself, and I wasn't planning on going because I wanted to teach. I wanted to be there for like 2 years to try to see if I could come on the H1b program as a teacher. But as you say, the whole strike thing and the whole how people respond to the fact that we're not getting livable wages, it was just discouraging. And then once I got word that this was a possible thing, I just sent my resume to, send my resume to. Never did expect to get call or anything, and then we get call, we just jump on it, because why not?
Yeah, so I sent out a lot. I sent out close to 1,000 emails. I would send out daily, and obviously I would get discouraged because most of the time I would get responses like, "Oh, we're not recruiting right now. We are full. We're only taking in-country H2b. That's where you get the extension there." So it was very discouraging. It's not an easy process. I won't sit here and be like, this is the easiest thing. It is not the easiest thing, but with faith and God, all things are possible. I watched Taja's video. She really showed me the ins and outs how to apply on my own because, as she said, agencies are gatekeepers. They're not going to tell you what you need to know. You're going to have to pay a registration fee, and the registration fee does not guarantee you a job. They might submit your resume in one and two places, but if you don't know them personally, then you're not gonna get through. So yeah, that's how I heard about it. And I got right into it, and we got through. I got through in February with an interview. Got the job in March.
Oh no, but before that, we did go through an agency. It's just not for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Agency. It's
Yeah.
an agency in Miami, and I think she applied for a housekeeping position.
Yeah, I applied for a different employer, and then I guess the employer sent my resume to their agency, and their agency reached out to me, and he was like, I saw your resume. You have background in lifeguarding. Would you want to work as a lifeguard instead? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, okay, I'll reach out to you, and then he eventually did, and that's how we are here now in Utah. But yeah, so that's how I found out about it. What is the process like? Easy once you get the job, once you have gotten your job offer and you sign, it's pretty much just right through. Like
within a month.
yeah, because with our employer, they did everything. They paid for everything. They contacted agency in Jamaica, so they were responsible for our visas. All we really did was just drop off our passports and pick up our visas. We had the interview waiver.
At the embassy, yeah.
It was just us dropping off our passports and getting back our visas. Then, like 3 weeks after, we got
You get an
information.
email about the flights. No, we don't pay for nothing. People.
Nothing at
You're not
all.
supposed to pay. We need. I feel like me for anchor this. If you're doing an interview for a H2b job and you're asking you to pay for anything, it's a scam. Don't pay for anything on the H2b program.
The only thing you may pay for is rent. You may pay for rent.
Yeah.
We don't pay
We
for
don't pay
rent,
rent.
but they may ask you to pay, and it won't be like a big rent.
Probably like $7, $70.
Yeah. But it's not like anything major. Yes, so the process is fairly easy. Once you send out your application, they get your job offer. It's just a 1-2. It's a gift line to come either and pick you up or you may or may not have to take a Uber. The process, like after hiring, is easy.
Quick.
So you have to be dedicated and send out a lot of emails. I will add like the website that I use. It's the U.S. labor website. That's where you find all the employers that are hiring for H2b. And remember that you have to be dedicated. I said that before, but I feel like I have to highlight it. There's no spoon feeding or links or nobody now can just send your employer and the employer will just say, yeah man, I'll take her too. It's not like that. Remember, we're here and there's people from Dominica Republic. There's people coming from South Africa. There's people from Colombia. There's other countries who are applying for this. So you have to.
It's a very competitive field. So you have to. The girl said she sent out 1,000, close to 1,000 emails.
Yes.
And well, if I work to get the job, but once I get the job,
It's easy. So yeah, that's like the process. That's an overview of the process. And I did all of this while teaching as well. So sometimes I can't speak for the Did you go through our agency? We answered that. Yes, we did.
it's not Jamaican.
It's not a Jamaican agency. It's an agency based in Florida. I would say they're very nice. They're very, because they're the ones who really source the job for us, and they really put us up. So I would say that they're good, and they're very good communicators as well. They let us understand what is happening and everything, and they're
If you have any questions, and them answer fast.
yeah, very fast. So they're good. Do you have to pay for this program? No, it is free.
Should be free.
It should. In your so if you get through and you look in your booklet when you collect your visa and all of that, it says that the program is free. And if you go online and you go like on the American website with visas, it is free. So what are your rights? She's gonna go on this one.
So you have the right to fair wages. Sometimes it depends on the state that you're in. Whatever the minimum wage is, you have the right to either get that or above it. They're not supposed to be paying you anything below the minimum wage for that state. Normally for the H2b program, because the reason why the H2b program is what it is because some Americans don't want to work, and so if you're offering jobs to people outside of your country, you have to give them a more competitive wage to attract them to your company. So sometimes they pay way above the minimum wage. So your first right is to proper wages. You have the right for 40 hours per week. So you have to get 40 hours, nothing below that per week. That's law. Depending on the job sometimes. You have the right to be protected against discrimination, whether sexually or racially, within Utah. So that's important.
And Utah is predominantly white. Because when we were on the site coming specifically to Salt Lake City, it was only white people.
I just like the three of we and in one other very light skinned boy.
Yeah, people always see so far in the area, they're black, but then like rubble
mix up. Like you can't you can't tell for them black, but that are the here or probably some black feature. I realize barely I see any black people here. So you have the right to be protected against discrimination, sexual harassment. You have the right to be protected against that. I don't know if that's a right, but you should be be able to access healthcare. Like if you have an emergency, you're supposed to have access to the emergency room.
Most H2B employers, they provide a lot for you. They provide J1 was
A scam.
J1 was a horrible experience.
J1 is a scam.
Like we probably have to do another video about J1 experience. Like J1 was trauma. We still have trauma.
Traumatic.
We still have some trauma from J1, but H2B is better than J1 in my opinion, far better. And also, I didn't mention there's no requirements. You don't have to be in college. You don't have to have a degree.
You don't have to have a skill.
You don't have to
fancy
be.
diploma.
You don't have to have a high school diploma. You don't have to have even experience in the job you're going for.
Unless it's the lifeguard.
Yeah.
Okay, I can know first people.
Yeah, then
It's
probably
a
might
different.
have at least 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Um,
But like for the housekeeping jobs, I hear a person saying that they get trained for do it, so you're not have to have background in housekeeping. If you're gonna do serving, everything where you get higher for, they must have train you for do it. So you don't need a background. All you need, the only requirement, is you have to be above 18 years to go on.
And also, just to note as well, it helps when you have not had a denial in your background, like a visa denial. To be honest with you, especially when you get a visiting visa denial, most employers won't want to take you. They won't want to try because embassy is not like the most lenient place. So if you have a denial, you know it's kind of hard for you to go back again. So yeah, because to me, to be very honest, it's easier to get a work visa than to get a
traveling visa.
traveling visa. You have to prove that you're just going there for traveling. You have enough money, and oftentimes you can't really prove that. So it's hard. So if try not to get a have a denial. And if you do have a denial, try and make it be like 5 years ago or so. They may try with you, but it's good when you don't have a denial.
And if you're applying for a tourist visa and the H2B visa, it's likely that you won't get the chance to come because you have two visas being processed. So.
Yeah. And this is outside, but if you're going on J1 and you're going to go for a visiting visa, I suggest not to because it just come off a J1.
Especially for you go last year, and you come back and go look, it all look away. We not for smart sometimes.
Because them smart, them think about everything. Like, them I look for you if you say if she gonna run off. You run off, you feel like she gonna run off, you know?
So it's better if you're just coming off J1 to do this.
Yeah. But in most employers they provide like travel, like transportation to and from work. Depending though, because if you had a housekeeping that you live on, you know that's probably more easier. They will provide living as well. Like we got an apartment, a nice apartment, expensive. Apartment expensive, but we are a parents. But anyways, um, yeah, they provide a lot of things. Like when we just come, they had like little snacks in the fridge, and so most employers really do treat their workers properly, and I think they try even more with us because we're black. You know,
The Caucasian state.
yeah, so they try to be extra kind with us, which we appreciate. So yeah, I think we covered everything.
If you have any more questions and you want to ask them down below, or you could follow us on Instagram and DM us your questions. My Instagram, it's the __.
Queen, yes, because I'm a queen. Queen underscore Kimmy. I think that's it. That's my Instagram.
I'll put
So
them in the comment section. I'll do a
if you
comment.
have any questions,
You can comment or DM us.
definitely ask. And even if you have questions, you're just going on the J1 program, you want questions, ask. Feel free to ask and ask for H2B as well. It's a great program. I wish I had known about it sooner, but gatekeepers, people gatekeep. But yeah,
And I gatekeep.
no.
You make your move.
Some God bless you, share the blessings. There's jobs for everybody because Americans they don't want work. That's the only reason why there's an HGB program because there's a lack of people to work.
willingness to work.
So yeah, I think that's the end of this video.
It's the end of this video. It's the end of the video. Don't forget, don't forget, even if you forget at the beginning, don't forget now to subscribe. We want to reach at least 100 subscribers before the month's end. Let me put it there. If we can get it by end of the week, that would be perfect. But
We still have much more to show. We have not started working on it, so we have more to vlog. This season hasn't really started as yet. It's still very, very cold outside. So
it's
yeah,
freezing.
freezing. Like we walked the Starbucks yesterday and my God. But we have so much more in store for you, so much more to share on this journey. So yeah, more vlogs, more vlogs.